There are many ways to set up your new journal, and getting started can be scary and intimidating at the same time. I guess it's what it's called the first page jitters. The expectation that you set yourself can take away the joy of being creative, which is what journaling should not make us feel. We should feel joy in it. Not gonna lie, I also feel the pressure, and my best advice is you don't need to set up your first page or introduction page at the beginning of using the journal. It's totally fine to leave it first, as you can always come back whenever you're ready. That's actually what I did in my previous journals. There's no right or wrong on how to do it. It's your journal, your journey, and every page is representing you at that period of time. Today, I want to share how I set up the first pages in my new junk journal. I feel so inspired to get on board filling this up, so I thought I would share my journey in creating the first few pages, as it is actually my first time ever to do introduction pages at the start of using my journal. I hope this gives you inspiration if you are looking for ideas, or just take it and put your own spin on it. But before we get into the setup, I would like to share a quick flip through of my new junk journal and tell you a little bit about it. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Indah. I do content about journaling, pen paling, and all about crafting here. So if that's something you are interested in, then you're probably gonna love it here. So hit that subscribe button and be part of the family. Alright, let's start. So as I mentioned earlier, this is my new junk journal. It is made out of fabric. I have loads of leftover trim and fabric from previous projects. I also have pieces of fabric that my pen pal sent to me, or one of you guys sent to me as well. So I basically stitched them all here and kind of doing like patchwork as well. I also did hand stitching here with the brown embroidery thread, and I hung this charm that my pen pal Lizzie sent me. So cute, so thank you so much, Lizzie. Then on the spine here, there are a lot of things going on. The cherry blossom fabric is actually from one of you guys who sent me a letter to my PO box, so thank you so much. I love incorporating things that people sent me into my journal, not only on the pages but also on the journal itself. I have 6 signatures in this journal, so basically there are 6 group of pages, and I hand stitch each of them with violet linen thread here. Then on the back cover is like this. I love it so much. I actually almost had this as my front cover because I just love it. It's just so pretty in my opinion. And I hand stitched the flowers here, and they are from my pen pal. So the flowers are from Puyan, so thank you so much, Puyan. And yeah, I made this journal following the tutorial from Johanna Klav. I hope I am pronouncing that right. So yeah, I followed her tutorial on YouTube. In her video, she used felt as the base cover, but in my journal here, I'm using felt and batting to make it extra squishy. So that's an idea as well if you would like to try. So this is the inside cover. It's so squishy. I love touching it. And there's a window on the front cover, so anything from the first page will be shown from the outside. So now let's have a look on the pages. I would say this journal has a pink theme. I intentionally made it like soft, pink, feminine, and girly. So you will see throughout the pages that there are many elements of those things. But I also put vintage papers, like vintage music pages that I thrifted, and also my own handmade paper. I also put many pages from Daphne's diary and also some printables. I also didn't put any embellishment except a bit of washi tape here and there. So this journal is like only pages inside, quote unquote blank. I want it to be that way, so I have the full liberty to play around on each of the pages. I do like having pockets and tuck spot sewn already in the journal, but for this one I just want to be more free, I guess. So yeah, I don't put any heavy embellishment, and I will decide later if I want to add something to it. It's always fun to mix and match pattern within the pages. I also tried to put blank pages like craft paper and my tea-dyed paper. So yeah, this is the inside of my journal, and now, as promised, let's set up the first few pages in my journal. For the first page here, I want to make an introduction page by having my photo on it. I actually don't have many photos of myself in 2025, so I took a selfie on that day and printed it with my Indahtyas printer. And because there's a window on the cover of my journal, of course whatever it is on the first page will be shown from the outside, and I don't want my photo to be shown from the outside. So I do have this children's storybook page which I thrifted, and it seems very old because the paper is fragile, but I do love the duck illustration on it, and I want that picture to be shown instead of my photo. So I'm just tearing the page into size to fit into the window. So the duck can fit into the window. And then I just tip in the page with washi tape. So yeah, I just put washi tape on top of the page so I can flip it up to see what's under the page. And then I reinforce the page with another washi tape on the other side of the flip out. The grid pink washi tape that I'm using here is from the brand MT. They are strong, so I really trust this washi to reinforce pages in my journal. Then after tearing the bottom part of the duck page, then it's all done. I'm ready to do my introduction page. So yeah, I want to have a photo of me here, and I just love doing this. I did put my photo as well in my previous journal. I think it's fun and it's a good memory to see how I look like in a particular period of time. So yeah, it's always a bit weird to show my face, but here we go. I am using double-sided tape to stick it down. Then I have this border thing, which is a printable from Johanna Clef. And I also have this print with a quote, which I can't remember which printable I got it from, but it's just so sweet, and it's really representing my journal, which I use it mostly for memory keeping. For the bottom part here, I have this linen printable. So basically it's a scan from linen fabric, so it looks like a fabric, but it is a paper. But I think it looks so pretty and so on brand with my journal, like fabric journal. But yeah, for this one, I will write the date when I start this journal and also the date when I finish the journal, which obviously I will write it later. Then I have this container filled with alphabets that I collected from packaging and old magazine. I've been loving this lettering. I think it's very eclectic and fun, so I want to have my name with these letters. Then I have this brown paper from a packaging, and I thought to put the letters on top of it to kind of balance the page, because the page has a lot of pattern already, and to add a vintage touch as well on the page. I tried to wrinkle it like this to make it interesting, and I guess gives a texture as well. So yeah, I just stick it down with my glue stick. So for this introduction page, I didn't do a lot, just a photo of me, a quote, my name, and also the date when I start the journal, and later on the date when I finish the journal. You can do more in this page. Some ideas are maybe you can add word of the year, a bit about yourself, like your birthday or your hobbies, your favorite things at the moment. And it's kind of fun and interesting to see at the end of using the journal or at the end of the year if the things that you like at the moment change. And then you can also put your goals and resolutions. So there are so many ways to do this introduction page. Back to my page here, I just want to add a little finishing touch with stickers. I recently purchased this binder or organizer with zipper on it, and I really love it because it protects the stickers from falling. So yeah, I love it. I'm just using some stickers here, and then my introduction page is done. Here it is. Let me know if you did an introduction page as well and what things that you put on it. For the next one, I have a short page on the right, and I want to put a pocket on it. So my idea is to make a letter to myself. So basically, yeah, I want to write a letter for my future self. The last few months of 2024 and also the beginning of 2025 is such a milestone for my personal life. A lot of big things going on, so I want to write something about it to my future self, to remind myself what's important, what's the priority, and yeah, as cringe as it sounds, but it's kind of like a heart-to-heart moment for myself to make sure I will be okay. And yeah, it's like comforting words as well. My plan is to open the letter at the beginning of 2026. I actually haven't tried this before, so it's my first time writing something like this, and of course I want to be showing you the letter because it's super personal. And with personal things like this, I like to keep it hidden, hence why the pocket. I have two options for the pockets. One is pink and one is blue. I decided to use the blue one because although the pink does match with the pink page on the left, I think the blue one really complements the whole spread. I am using double-sided tape to stick down the pocket, and I trimmed the edges to make it neat. So yeah, this is the pocket where a letter to my future self will be in. For the decoration, I've been into cutting things from a magazine lately, and I have this Daphne's Diary magazine from 2022. I think it's from the summer edition. I've been holding this magazine for so long, but I knew I want to use it for my journal, so I cut this lemon print that I will use as a decoration. I think adding a little bit of yellow really make it like nice and fresh, so the page will not be too sentimental, although it is a sentimental page. Then I'm using the same brown paper from a packaging to write the title. I am using Tombow brush pen here, and the Tombow brush pen he has the hard tip. I think they have a soft tip and also the hard tip. And then to make it cohesive with the first page, I wrinkle it as well before I stick it down with my glue stick. If you ever made a letter to your future self, please let me know in the comments and let me know how you feel about it. I actually cried while writing the letter. I guess I was really emotional when I was writing it, but I guess it is a good emotional release as well. And talking to myself on the letter is a bit weird in the first paragraph, but as I continued, it feels lighter and natural. So yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it in 2026 when I read it, but at least for now, I could say that it's a good emotional release practice. So yeah, please let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. Back to the spread, as usual, I just put some finishing touches to make the page done. I stick down a couple of stickers, the remaining of lemon prints from the magazine, and also a couple of postage stamps. These are actually from my pen pal. She gave me a lot of postage stamps in one of her letters. Then I grabbed my letter paper and put it inside the pocket. So this is the letter to myself page. It is done, and now let's move on to the last page for today. On this left page, there's a white section on the left on the page, so I just want to cover it with some yellow to match the lemon on the right page. So I'm using this washi tape. I'm not sure what brand this washi tape is. I got it from my pen pal. So for this page, I want to make my ins and out for 2025. So basically, things that I want to take into my life and things that I want them to be out of my life. I think that's the simplest way to explain it. I love this kind of planning and brainstorming because it is something that I can always look back to whenever I feel like lost or need to be reminded of. It's also a practice to remind myself on how to improve myself physically, mentally, and also spiritually. I am making this page simple. I think it's quite simple. I just put a couple of memo pads, which I love so very much. I got them from my pen pal. I think it's from Evelyn. But if it's not from Evelyn, I'm so sorry. I can't track the goodies from my pen pals, but I really love using all of the things that you guys sent me in my journal. And yeah, as you can see, the illustration is just so cute. I love them. Then I have this small tag and I'm using it to write 2025. As usual, for a thicker paper, I'm using double-sided tape to stick it down. Then I have this pre-cut flower paste tapes from the washi tape shop. This is super handy because it's basically stickers in a roll that you can just peel off. If you are interested in any products from the washi tape shop, I have an affiliate discount code for you guys for 10% off, which is on the screen. You can take advantage of that. Then I'm using a girl sticker here. This girl sticker is from Indonesian illustrator, but she's no longer creating stickers and she changed her account name, which I honestly can't remember now. I'm so sorry. Then I'm using pre-cut washi tape. Again, this is from the washi tape shop. I just use a couple of small ones to add on top of the memo pad. Then I'm using my alphabet stamps to write the ins and outs. I am using the Sachihata ink pad here. So this is just a montage of me writing my ins and outs. Some of my ins for 2025 that I can share are physical books and self-discipline, and some of my outs are comparison because I think it's a thief of joy. and then holding back and doubting myself. So yeah, that is all for today, guys. I hope the ideas that I'm sharing today are inspiring and helping you in a way. I'm gonna share the full flip through of what we made in this session in a bit. So thank you very much for spending your time with me today. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to me if you haven't already. That means a lot. I hope you're all doing amazing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!